all the laws, because you have to be aware of those. They're critical.
Absolutely,
in your
and
system.
it will make a difference in terms of how you do business,
That's-
but also the new tax structures too.
Yes,
That's correct.
Which affect
definitely.
profitability and the bottom line.
Definitely.
That's correct.
Too, which you do have to have a business plan, a marketing plan
Yeah.
to get funding very
Yeah.
often,
That's
Richie.
Yeah, that's the steps you got to take. And,
That's right.
You know, and a lot of times you see people who've lost their job in this downturn. You know, maybe had an idea, you know, that they'd always wanted to try. And sometimes, you know, we have seen people who've lost their jobs start to bring that idea that they had in the garage, you know, bringing it forward, and then ultimately ended up with a business. Well, they have to know, you know, these steps to be successful,
Yes.
because they're going to face them. You know, we're so glad to partner with Lindsey Wilson here in Scottsville to offer this program, and you know, encourage anyone that's out there in the viewing area that, you know, they don't have to be
Right.
from Allen County, don't have
That's
to be from
right.
Scottsville.
Very important part, yes.
They can be
Participation.
from any of the viewing area that we touch, and come and learn more about how the steps of starting a small business.
Yes, and we're here right at our campus, very convenient location.
Yes.
Start at 5:30 in the afternoon and run till 7 p.m. Have a light snack for you, so we have a lot of fun, and hopefully our attendees are learning. We're having repeat customers, so that's a good sign that they like what's happening.
That is always a good sign there
Yes.
too, and I think each progression of topic, but the important thing is if you didn't come to the first two, you can still come.
You can still come.
Exactly.
And a lot of times people, you know, network with other entrepreneurs, other people who
And
are wanting
that's
to start,
important.
and that is you know, that's always an important thing that
Mm-hmm.
people learn about different things, different ideas from other people. And
Absolutely.
that's a
Learning
valuable
from
Yes.
experiences.
learning
Yes.
from experience.
And we found that at our last seminar. We had our new attendees. They said, well, this person who attended the first one told me about it, and I'm here this evening.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll encourage everyone to take advantage of the seminar series, and I think we're going to actually meet people who have participated not only in the seminar series, but are here at Lindsey Wilson, you know, taking classes, and hear their stories of how they've used it in the next seminar.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that. So stay with us as we meet two people who have definitely been involved and interested in entrepreneurship. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown. Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
You know, having actual participants in the Entrepreneurship Series is one of the best ways to learn why it's beneficial. And joining me today is an unexpected guest on her part,
Yes.
but she is going to do a great job, is Brandy Berry. And it's so good to have you, Brandy.
Good to be here.
And I understand you're a grad assistant here at
Yes.
Lindsey Wilson?
Mhm.
Yes. So, again, a good Lindsey Wilson background.
Yeah.
But you were interested in attending the Entrepreneurship Series.
Yeah,
Why? Did you have an idea?
Yeah, I'm really interested in photography. It's one of my hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
So attending that was kind of giving me the background to see if I wanted to go into a small business for myself or
I
start
see.
a small business.
I see. So if business plans were one of the first things, that's often kind of scary to a
Yes,
lot of
it
people.
is.
Yeah. So what did you gain from the first seminar that you think you might be able to use?
Well, it made it less scary. So,
Good
you know,
point.
going into it, it was kind of frightening. Oh my gosh, there's this big business plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go into it and Linda explains it and everybody explains it, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh, this is manageable. It's not as scary as you would think.
Absolutely. Kind of taking that idea, putting some structure
Yeah.
around the
Mhm.
idea like that. too.
Structure was what I needed. So,
Structure,
yeah.
I understand. And you know, that's a lot of what happens with some very talented people,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're very good or you wouldn't be considering this, is the structure end
Yes.
of a business,
Yes.
which is important, isn't it?
Yes, it's very important. And the marketing end as well. We also went over the marketing part too.
Okay, and if you were going to start with your photography idea, what do you think as far as marketing would be where you would head to get the word out?
You would have to head to your clientele. I mean, see what's in the area. Like, you wouldn't want to do a huge fashion type photography around here because
Okay.
obviously it's a smaller town. So you would want to appeal to families and seniors and children. So you have to look at your marketing clientele.
Okay, so identifying your customer is
Yes.
the first thing, and maybe finding a niche like that too.
Yeah.
So which group do you think that you would enjoy the most
my gosh.
targeting there too?
I'm very good at couples. So
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
engagement sessions, couple sessions. Those are my
Engagement.
favorites.
That sounds great. Like that too. You know, do you do any artistic photography? Are you
That's
interested
my
in that?
favorite.
Ah.
So yeah.
Okay. So you look at landscapes, or you look at some of the other things there. I
Yeah.
think that's really neat. You know, to
Especially
consider
around here being a small town, and plus we have so much rural community that landscape is awesome.
those natural resources
Yes.
there to do some things too. Do you have a
Definitely.
favorite picture that you're already thinking of?
Yeah, actually I do. Yeah, out where I live there's a big old barn, big red barn, and a huge field with all of this sage grass growing up around it. It's very pretty.
So telling a story, telling the
Exactly.
story visually there too. like
Having the
that.
history there.
Great,
Yep.
great. So the next two seminars, as I understand it, will deal more with with the mechanics and the funding and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, having again just an idea takes money, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So that should be pretty beneficial with what you've got going on
Yeah,
too.
knowing where you can get the funds and how to fund your project is the most important part of having a small business.
There too. So now you attended Lindsey Wilson College, is that
Yes,
correct?
I'm still attending Lindsey Wilson
Still,
College.
and what degree program are you participating in?
I'm actually going into a Master's of Counseling and Human Development,
I see.
so working with people is one of my favorite things.
Should fit in with your
True.
business idea.
True.
Like that as well.
Yeah.
Because it takes those soft skills, as I think Linda alluded to, in terms of
Yes.
good communication there as well. Well, Brandy, I know that you're a perfect example of someone who benefits from the Entrepreneurship Series.
Yes,
and,
I have benefited from it
and
very
we, of
much.
course, will be looking forward to seeing your business open.
All right, thank
There
you.
too. Thank you. And thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much.
Absolutely. In a moment, we'll meet a couple of other people who have really found their place at Lindsey Wilson College and are looking for advanced degrees to really increase their workforce skills. So join us in just a moment with them. Stay tuned.
We had been called up for the first time. Wildfires were getting close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
You know, we talk about going back to school, but here today we have two people who have definitely decided we want to advance, so we need to go back to school with different situations, and you can do it. Joining me today to give us a pep talk on that, of course, is Tanya Billingsley and Jonathan Fisher, who are both in the Business Administration degree program here at Lindsey Wilson College. And, you know, my hat's off to both of you. You each have a story. Why did you choose to go back to school at this point in your life? And I'll let you each just share your story. Tanya, why? Why now?
Well, I work for a company that in a supervisory position right now, and in order to advance any, I need a advanced degree.
Yes.
So that's why I decided to come back to school and finish my degree that I started 10 years ago.
Well, that's it. And some people often say, Tanya, well, I'm too old. I can't do that. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. And
can.
with the program that they have here at Lindsey, with the hybrid program and the online program, it makes it very easy to come back to school.
Absolutely. And Jonathan, you too, I think. You both have full-time jobs. Jonathan,
Right.
you too?
Yes, full-time job. We have a very similar story. I'm as far as I can go with the company without advancing my degree.
Yes.
I also, about 10 years ago, was when I kind of give up my 2 years that I had started on. So it was time to come back. So for advancement from here on, I have to look at education and move on.
Absolutely, and I think, and I was sharing, I too did that, you know, at a very late age in life, and it's kind of scary at first because you have responsibilities of a job. I mean, you have to support families, but it's manageable, is it not? And tell me why business administration? What do you enjoy about this degree program here at Lindsey?
I think it's a well-rounded degree just to have in general. Maybe if you're not, particularly sure where you want to go,
Okay.
it kind of lets you advance and then go from there is what field you might want to go to after that. So,
Okay. So it's pretty general, gives you
Right.
lots of diversity in
Right.
choosing employment there too,
Exactly.
right, Linda? I know you're with a company and you enjoy that company.
I am, and I plan to get my degree in quality systems. But for now, the business administration, every class that I have will transfer over and
Excellent
help
point.
that other program.
Excellent point there too. So again, this is a good degree program that here locally that gives you those opportunities as well. And I admire both of you for telling your story here too. And you're still working, right?
Right.
You're still holding down jobs. and going to school, so it is definitely manageable there too. What would you say to encourage people out there who may be sitting on the fence at this point, maybe comfortable in a job, but a little bit afraid that that job might disappear?
I would say definitely look into investigating into, colleges, especially Lindsay. Total reimbursement is usually a great thing that companies will provide for you.
Well,
So,
that's an excellent point. Look at your own company
Right.
to see the affordability of skill support, and I had that. Have you all both experienced that with your companies?
Right.
Okay.
And one thing I can say about a benefit to coming back at this stage in the game is you have more life experience behind you
Excellent
to
point.
understand, to better understand the course material. You just approach it in a totally different way than I would have approached it coming right out of high school.
I absolutely agree. It's life experience gives you a base where you apply new content,
Right.
and it makes sense. Absolutely, with work experiences that you've had there. Well, I can tell you that both of you are I admire you both for getting through that, and you will get through it. And I think you're a junior. Is that right,
Right.
Jonathan? And sophomore? Sophomore. So keep on keeping on, and I look for both of you all to do great things, in the
Thank you.
future with new
Thank you.
employment, and wish you the best of luck there too. And if you'd like more information about the degree programs of Lindsey Wilson, not only business administration, of course, we'll put that contact information on the screen. And thank you, Jonathan, and thank you so much again, Tanya, for joining us today and sharing your stories there too.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, and stay with us. We will be right back.
I realized at that moment, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Linda, Richie, it's been a pleasure to talk with you today about entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much, Janet. We've enjoyed it, and we appreciate your coming and taking the time to visit our campus and our program.
Thank you. Thank you, Richie.
And hopefully it'll get some viewers out there interested in entrepreneurship and Lindsey Wilson College.
Right, and on that note, if you're interested in attending the workshop series next Thursday, July 26th is the next day, contact Lindsey Wilson College at their contact information, or just call Dorinda Livesey here on our local campus. She'll hook you up and talk to you about degree programs too. And until next week, this is Janet Johnson, County Extension Agent here in Allen County with the UK Cooperative Extension Service, and wishing you a very good day.